Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm Cheyenne Nicole, and this is my channel. We are discussing mindfulness, and I wanted to talk about what I do when I notice that I'm experiencing big emotions, or I am very aware that my nervous system is activated beyond my somatic exercises. Because sometimes I can go into a shutdown mode, or when I feel really big emotions, I can feel the hurricane and the tornado inside of me, and I will freeze. And that is also a part of your nervous system. There's a fight, flight, freeze, fawn. I'll have to look up the rest because, again, there's a lot of places you can get this information where it's very detailed and thorough. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. So when that happens, when I'm feeling really intense, big emotions, and I am struggling to process them because they're just in my head, what I will do is I will do journaling. Some things I feel like are best kept to yourself, and journaling is a great way to track how you're doing overall over time. And you can replay the tapes and see like common patterns, like, oh, okay, around this person or around this place, it seems I feel like this, or I fall into these habits. And I've been really big on my circle of influence. It's been crucial to me. So if I'm feeling any big emotions, I will go to my circle of influence, and sometimes I'll ask for advice. A lot of times I will just express how I'm feeling, what emotions I'm feeling. I'll give the data of what's going on, because I understand that I'm a girl. I'm just a girl. So sometimes I know that I might get emotional, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a negative thing. That's how God made me. And it's really important for everyone that I interact with that I not only tend to my emotions, but I value them. And I understand that my emotions and my developing of my emotional intelligence helps everyone around me. And it also helps my circle of influence, because I also can check in with them like, hey, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any big emotions? Talk to me. So I also tried my best to invite my circle of influences to reflect off of me, mirror me, use me as a mirror as well. So I've got a few women in my circle of influence, and I have a few men in my circle of influence right now. And I value having both, because what the women are able to reflect back to me is a million times different than what the men reflect back to me. Men come from a more like logical place, and women come from this goddess like place. I don't know where they come from, but I'm in there too, so I understand. We just are. So that's what I do. And also, along with that, sometimes you can't find people in real life, and I understand that, because for a long time my circle of influence sucked or had like nobody in it. I was like, dang, I need a circle of influence. And what I did in that case was I'd find people online that are further, and I do have some people online that I do come to you, or I do ask you guys things, because I value what you guys reflect back to me. I value your input and your advice and things like that. Like attachments, I can't remember, don't hate me, but one of you turned me on to Adam. I forget his last name, but great stuff on attachments. He's a little obnoxious. I'd be like, shut up, Adam. But also, I've probably listened to so many hours of him that we could definitely sit in a room and have a long conversation. So But finding your influences online and also filtering that. Sometimes there's people that it's like, this person, I don't know why, but they just rub me the wrong way. And sometimes people rub you the wrong way different times in your journey, and you have to pay attention to that. And instead of being like, they, them, you have to go, well, how come I feel like that? Why am I feeling like that? Is that something that I can overcome? And if it's not something I can overcome, sometimes I gotta just click unsubscribe, because sometimes people live the lives that you're like, man, I wish I could do those things. I wish my life seemed as happy-go-lucky. I wish I wasn't being reamed every 5 seconds, but, other times you can go, their life's set up completely differently than mine. Maybe if I can get my ducks in a row, or maybe I can pick up some of the good stuff that they're sharing, then maybe I can get a little step further, because how you're feeling is not a bad thing. Anger, sadness, insecurity, jealousy, insignificance. Anytime you're feeling any of those things, that is just your emotions trying to tell you, hey, something's going on, something needs a little bit more tending to. And awareness and being able to observe those things without judging them is critical for your development. So journaling, journal dumping into my journal. We have graduated from trauma dumping on the internet. Don't do that. Do not do that. Journaling, circle of influence. If you don't have people in your real life that you can call your circle of influence, find a couple online. Find a couple online that you trust their discernment. You trust what they're putting out. You trust their processes, and just imitate here and there. Judgelyn Toller, she's one of my circle of influences online. I love her. What's in your skillet? Circle of influence. Love you guys. VIP, circle of influence. There's a lot of you that influence me all the time, and I really value it. Sometimes the influence is very direct and it's back and forth. Sometimes the influence is you doing your own thing. It's you sticking hard to your systems. It could have nothing to do with me at all, and just you doing your thing helps me do my thing. So just want to make that clear. This is a lot longer than the 5 minutes we were going for. I apologize. Forgive me. We're going to figure it out. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video, and I love you. Bye.